We'll do a comparison here. The car owned by some of us country folk here. You can see the fine lines in this car. You see lines of all kinds. Here there's some really interesting lines there, and some of them even protrude through a bit. Probably I've got to maybe do some of that this year. But they're very interesting patterns of lines on this car. Yeah, nothing dull about it at all. It's got character like a fine piece of wood. Fine piece of wood, I tell you. As opposed to one of these here city slicker cars, this machine here, it's got your wheels that are so short you can't put no air in them. You know, it rides around with hardly nothing between you and the road. In the first place, there's absolutely no lines whatsoever. A little dust here and there, I guess. But you'll have that off before the day's over, I guarantee you. And what kind of contraption they got in this thing? A 6.3 AMG. Yes, yeah, some of us country folk don't appreciate what we have until we get to the big city and see how these people have to live here. It's a downright crying shame. AMG brakes too. Some company that makes the brakes to make the motor. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? I tell you, either knows how to stop or it knows to go. A company can't be good at both. Right down the hall. This is the view the guy has here. Really nice. Yeah. Down the ramp and start this Hummer up. Alright, let's hear what that Hummer sounds like. What kind of motorcycle was it? Loaded time. A little rough tire. He's going to take off on it. Captain's blog, inspirational. Somebody who was in that building was named Irv and or Jan Novick. Some of you may know I worked at University of Oregon years ago, Institute of Molecular Biology, and the head of the department was Aaron Novick, who was, of course, a Jewish guy. And these people apparently left all their stuff here and it got tossed. And pretty interesting. Look at this, the old 70s chair. This is, I mean, this is best captured. This is like something out of a James Bond movie. It's a, what did I say? It's a fiberglass, excuse me, chair with the liners kind of falling out in places, but very interesting piece. It must have looked like something. It's got this big trestle mount thing there. Anyway, now I had gotten a bunch of stuff last night. Today I felt led to go back out to one spot in particular. I don't know why, because I thought I'd already looked there. Now we have inside a Worsomatic that needs this DIN cable. I am not kidding. The odds of that are like opening the mouth of a fish and finding a coin to pay your taxes. That is incredibly unlikely to find that particular cable. 6-pin, 5-pin are very common. Wouldn't have surprised me if I found a MIDI cable. I found no MIDI cables in here, but I found the one we need apparently for that Worsi. It fits. And we were looking online and couldn't find one the other night. Internet 0, God 1 on that one. Anyway, Pretty interesting. Oh, weird books. John Dollar. They had a lot of books in there, and some of them were on molecular biology. I found a book on molecular biology and saved it. Oh, what'd you find there? Oh, let's see. Oh, that's an old hard drive. I got a thing that'll read it, you know. Who knows? It might work. Well, we'll throw it in there. I can stick it on my thing and just plug it in externally and see if it'll work. Yeah, very well could. Oh, it's just a shame. All these books should go to a... Some of them are very old books. Anyway, well, that is pretty interesting. Found brand new cans of paint and just all kinds of stuff worth $15 here, $20 there. Some old Volvo parts. Does that tape have any left on it? I could use some tape. Maybe. No. Didn't find that yet. But found a lot of other good stuff. Found a breadboard, which will need to be cleaned up. It looks like mine almost. No, mine aren't quite this bad. But yeah, pretty grungy. But and I thought we might need some scrap parts out of that stuff. But all that stuff there is almost full, or full. A lot of it's brand new. And I put a bunch of other stuff in that toolbox that old bolts and screws and a bunch of hardware. So yeah, what a catch.